Hi, it's Chris from Cricut. In this video I'll show you how to assemble an iron-on tote bag, a tumbler sticker, and an infusible ink t-shirt. I used Cricut Joy and the desktop app, but you can use any Cricut cutting machine or app for these projects. The sequence here is cut your vinyl sticker, pull the excess vinyl from around the letters off, and then place a piece of transfer tape on the letters and scrape both sides. What you need to know about this next part is when you're pulling the transfer tape up and the letters aren't coming with the transfer tape, do a little scraping as you go. That'll help them adhere to the transfer tape. Next, make sure your tumbler is stabilized. Place your decal center first, give it a few scrapes, and then simply peel off the transfer tape. And you're done. Now let's get into the iron-on. You always want to peel the mat off of the material as opposed to the other way around so it doesn't curl the material. Here you can see I've got a corner of the material with a weeding tool and I'm just pulling it around the image. Next I'm going to Google Cricut Heat Transfer Guide, plug in Easy Press 2, tote bag, and iron-on, and follow the step-by-step instruction. That starts with a lint roll, a pre-press, and then putting down the iron-on matte side down, not the shiny side down. Putting a piece of butcher paper down and then doing my initial press. Next I'm going to turn it around and press the back, again following the instructions from the heat transfer guide. And the really key thing about iron-on is to wait until it cools to do your peel. Let's move to the t-shirt. We'll follow the heat transfer guide instructions. Now I'm going to cut my infusible ink transfer sheets. I'll start with this color for the small elephant first. You can see I'm using a 12-inch Cricut Joy matte. I've only got one, so I'll do one first and then the other. This is the color that I'm using for the larger elephant. And weeding infusible ink is interesting. You just kind of bend it and it cracks and you start pulling it out. You don't really need a lot of tools. And in this case, you're pulling the infusible ink transfer sheet out around the shape of the elephant. And you can see at the end here, I use a weeding tool to do a little bit of scraping because I had some frayed edges. At this point, you're probably wondering why I bothered to cut the second elephant out if I'm just going to replace it with the other color. And the reason is, and you'll see this in a minute, is because when you take that second elephant off of the transfer sheet liner, it leaves an impression that gives you the perfect guide for placing the second color into your project. Just an example of many ways to do things in Design Space. You just need to match your technique with your particular project. Okay, now I'm taking that off, putting the second one on, and it's sticky, so it's very easy to put it in place. And of course, we're going to put this color side down. Going back to the heat transfer guide, I'm following instructions here, doing some lint rolling, putting 4 sheets of butcher paper inside to prevent bleed through. You can also use white cardstock for that step. Doing a little pre-press here, and now I'm placing my infusible ink transfer sheet 3 fingers down from the V-neck, putting 1 extra piece of butcher paper on, and here comes my 40-second press. You just want to hold on to the easy press here, don't press down too hard. Now for the reveal. One of the cool things about infusible ink is the vibrant colors you get and the fact that the color is really baked into the fabric. So you get this very professional looking result that you might have bought in a store instead of made.